So recently I released a video on walking simulators and why they are special for the industry. And by making it, I grew an urge to play a game of this genre. Even though I'm currently experiencing an amazing game like Final Fantasy VII Remastered, I wanted a quick, beautiful experience. I was thinking of replaying Firewatch as I haven't touched it since release, but then I stumbled upon Pattern, a little game published by Ice Water Games and developed by three people. Galen Drew, who did the writing, directing, art, etc., Michael Bell, who did the music and sound, and Badru, who helped with production and code support. So, what is Pattern? Pattern is a game about, well, making games, but hear me out. It's not a showcase of actual development of a game, it's more of a personal diary entry, which turns into a beautiful 3D painting. The lead developer, Galen Drew, uses Pattern as a way to express his feelings on how he attends to the creation of a game. By walking across the few locations that seem like they're in an endless loop, we find these strange objects which give us a piece of the narrative, each one like an entry in a diary. Drew discusses how he often goes with the first idea that comes upon him and sticks to it, allows his creativity to create art, and allows art itself to often take the reins and shape itself. I truly connect with that. Often in secondary school, my English teacher would say to give everything more thought, plan it all out, try different ideas, and well, that can work, but often, going with your heart is what ends up being the better option. This still happens to me to this day, when I'm writing or painting. I start with an idea and either stick to it no matter what, or allow the idea to take control of me, and that is exactly what Drew does, without spoiling anything of course. In terms of gameplay and art, Pattern falls under the walking simulator bracket. Its main focus is not necessarily on gameplay. There are a few options, such as climbing walls, taking screenshots of the game by using the in-game camera, or gliding around, but they're all quite basic, and honestly, only further add to the experience of wandering through the world around you. The true beauty of Pattern is the combination of visuals and audio, as each time you wake up from a rest, the world is different. You may be in a location you have visited before, but it isn't exactly the same. The objects move, and with the objects the soundscape does too. The soundscape is full dynamic, built from the locations of the procedurally placed objects scattered around the world. It is a difficult thing to manage. The music is beautiful and atmospheric, but it can be a bit too similar sounding. Pattern really closes in the gap between art and video games. It often feels like you're walking through a painting that is made right in front of your eyes. For such a cheap price, I highly recommend checking out Pattern. It is a game that cannot really be put into words to truly experience it. You need to do it yourself, and you should. It's beautiful both in terms of visuals and audio. The gameplay is simple and smooth, and narrative or personal story given to us is touching, and one that many of us who love to create, whether paintings, drawings, writing, making videos or developing games, will for sure connect with.